90 Day Fiancé Season 11, tension builds as wedding days draw near. With wedding days approaching, there is still plenty of tension among the Season 11 couples on 90 Day Fiancé. Several of these couples are still facing major relationship hurdles, including introducing prenups to their partners and even questioning one another's true commitments to each other. Talks of prenups before the big day create tension among the 90 Day Fiancé couples. On episode 15 of 90 Day Fiancé, which was released on May 25, there are several talks about prenuptial agreements. Both SHEKINA Garner and Sean Finch decided to speak to their foreign partners about why having this agreement signed on the dotted line is important, emphasizing how it could protect them and their assets in the event of a divorce. Of course, their partners, Sarper Güven and Aaliyah de Batista, are having a difficult time understanding the need for a prenup. Aaliyah expresses how she sees this as Sean being unsure about their relationship. Meanwhile, Sarper gives SHEKINA his own set of demands if he were to sign a prenup, and it's absurd. Sarper demands SHEKINA give him a weight target or face consequences. Sarper and SHEKINA go out with her LA friends where they are sure to get plenty of questions about their wedding. The couple decided to forego a traditional wedding and opted for a bedding, where they get married in bed. After the couple tells the group about their non-traditional wedding plans, her friends then ask about plans for her to have a prenup in place. Sarper shared that it was very rude to ask about this, but SHEKINA agrees with her friends that it's a good idea. "Babe, you know, I trust you, but it might be a good idea for me to just get that," she says. However, Sarper has his own clause he wants to set in place that leaves SHEKINA and her friends in shock. He shares that he will sign the prenup if SHEKINA keeps her weight target at 128 pounds, adding that every pound she gains he'll ask for $1,000. "I will weigh you in every first week of every month, and for every pound you over I will fine you for $1,000. Are you okay with that?" he asked her soon-to-be wife. SHEKINA responded, "Okay, sure, I'll do that because I care more about it probably than you do." Given how her friends reacted to Sarper's absurd weight clause, he left the table. Sean needs Aaliyah to sign a prenup or it'll just be a party. Sean is also hoping that Aaliyah will take it into consideration and sign a prenup. Previous episodes have seen Sean becoming rather uncertain of his relationship with Aaliyah as she continues to contemplate gender-affirming surgery. He tells her that he doesn't think he can move forward with a marriage if Aaliyah gets the surgery. Still, Sean loves her, but wants to protect himself. With all the things that are going on and, you know, the fact that everything with us seems too uncertain and too ever-changing, I've decided that what I really need to do is have a prenup signed. Preparing for every possibility will make me feel more at ease about moving forward, Sean shares. Of course, this bothers Aaliyah, who shares that Sean is feeling insecure about the future. She was blindsided by the prenup. "It's hard to focus on the wedding and it's hard to be happy if Sean is thinking about the end," she adds. "I don't want to put a lot of extra pressure on her. But in order for us to get married, I really need to have that paper signed," Sean shares in a confessional. Sean and Aaliyah then meet with the former's mother, who asks what would happen if Aaliyah didn't sign the prenup. "We'll have a party, but just a party," Aaliyah shares. "And then I can leave and whatever," she adds, meaning that she'd have to return to Brazil. Maudie, Juan and Greg have to make major life-changing decisions as their wedding days approach. Maudie Jerome, an Iranian man, is still having doubts about Stevie Nicole's sexuality after he learned that he painted one of her friends in the nude. On top of that, the couple went to a burlesque show, which was too much for Maudie, prompting him to leave the show early. His concerns deepened after confiding in his friend Saeed, who advised him to carefully reconsider the relationship before rushing into marriage, especially given that Stevie might be bisexual, which she had denied. "I've been trying really hard to push all the thoughts about Stevie being bisexual in the back of my mind and not think about them," he told the cameras. "But the fact that Stevie was enjoying the show so much, that is totally a red flag to me." Their wedding day is tomorrow and Maudie expresses how uncomfortable he is with the whole situation, feeling that he doesn't quite know his fiancée. He also talked to Saeed about being concerned about her sexuality, and he wasn't helping the situation, and began to fill Maudie's head with doubts. During a confessional, Maudie reflects that 90 days may not be enough time to truly understand who Stevie is. The night before their wedding, Maudie presses Stevie again about her sexuality. "You know that I would love you no matter what, you know that, right? I just want you to know that and then answer me. Are you bisexual?" This causes Stevie to begin to cry, and she refuses to talk to Maudie. Stevie refused to give Maudie a straight answer, and he began to doubt their relationship. "It's really hard to see that I have sacrificed a lot, my family, my job, my life, everything I had in Iran, and now I'm here and it's not worth it. I feel like I made a mistake coming here. But it's too late," he shares. Maudie has literally less than a day to figure out if marrying Stevie is the right thing to do. Meanwhile, in New York, we learn that Greg Chillick decided to pay the dowry to marry Joan Khrushchev. Joan's dowry was 15 cows at $200 a pop, Greg shares. Greg finally got a job and things are going well for the couple despite still living in his mother's home. He decides to dress up in a cow costume to surprise her. "You know, now we can really have the family's blessing truly begin our marriage," he shares. "Greg has finally paid the dowry, so he has really respected my culture, my family, and my father's last wishes. I really love him and thankful that he has done this." Before the two wed, Joan is taken to her bachelorette party and Greg's mother joins. They go to a local strip club and Joan agrees that it's a bit awkward. However, the women seem to enjoy themselves, especially after Joan wanted Greg's mother to give them more space. Lastly, we also see Juan David Daza considering going back to his job on a cruise ship. He told Jessica about the call last night, and she didn't really give him an answer. If he takes the position, it'll mean he will be away from his family. He admits to the cameras that he doesn't want to leave Jessica and their child, but he makes good money working on cruise ships. Jessica suggests that Juan find a job in town. "I didn't sign up to be a cruise wife," she shares in a confessional. They had another meaningful discussion about Juan's career choices. "You will lose me," Jessica tells him, to which he replies, "So it's you or the cruise?" In a confessional, he expresses that he doesn't like being given an ultimatum, but he knows he has to choose his family. "Well, if you want me to make a choice between you and the cruise ship, I will take my family first," he tells her. "I'm not going back on the cruise ship." 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 cast announced as this controversial couple returns alongside a brand new change for the franchise. The full cast for 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 has been announced, and it marks the return of a controversial couple for the third time in the franchise. 90 Day Fiancé first premiered in 2014 and interestingly, all the four couples from Season 1 are together, 11 years later. The show has since branched out into several other spin-offs which follow the storylines of cast members from the OG show on Happily Ever After, or introduce new couples on before the 90 days and the other way that sometimes end up skipping the 90 days or K1 visa. Still, the success of 90 Day Fiancé has not diminished despite its successors. Its popularity has only kept growing, with fans passionately waiting each year for the announcement of a new season. EW has released all information about the 7 couples in 90 Day Fiancé Season 11. It features 3 returning couples and 4 new ones, including the franchise's first ever throuple. The trailer confirms that Sarper Güven and SHEKINA Garner are returning after getting engaged in The Other Way Season 6. Joining them are 2 couples from Love in Paradise Season 3, Jessica Parsons and Juan David Daza, and Aaliyah de Batista and Sean Finch from Season 4. In a shocking plot twist, the season will have a threesome, Amani and Matt, who have both fallen for Annie, from Tijuana, Mexico. Is he gonna make you wear a jihad? Amani and Matt are thinking of getting a divorce so they can get a K1 visa for Annie. Meanwhile, bisexual woman Stevie is in a relationship with Iranian man Mahdi, who her family knows nothing about. The 59-year-old Mark has a 2-year-old daughter with the 34-year-old Parisian beauty Mina, who's finally coming to America. Greg, who is unemployed and lives with his mom, is bringing the highly educated Joan from Uganda to Long Island. The season seems to be brimming with chaos and drama. What Sarper and SHEKINA's 90-day fiancé return means for relationship. Will Sarper and SHEKINA get married on 90-day fiancé season 11? Sarper and SHEKINA have had a rocky relationship from the start, with the Turkish man's past coming to haunt them from time to time. Sarper was a playboy before he met SHEKINA and bragged about having slept with thousands of women, some of whom seemed to have been American. Sarper got engaged to SHEKINA on the other way, and he was in the US for the tell-all where he came face-to-face with a woman named Didi. The interaction broke SHEKINA's heart, and Sarper and SHEKINA hugged and made up at the reunion. However, the 90-Day Fiancé Season 11 trailer shows that Sarper and SHEKINA's relationship is still fractured. Sarper calls SHEKINA a dictator and complains that every moment with her is like walking on eggshells, after which SHEKINA asks him to leave if it's too hard. Shockingly, Sarper had not left. He is still in Los Angeles after coming to the US around August 2024, thus proving that SHEKINA and Sarper are now husband and wife. The same cannot be said about most other couples in 90-Day Fiancé Season 11. Our take on 90-Day Fiancé Season 11 cast and trailer. What to expect from 90-Day Fiancé Season 11? Not everyone might agree with the inclusion of a polyamorous couple on 90-Day Fiancé. Sarper and SHEKINA might once again steal the show and become the most talked about pair of the season, sidelining others. Viewers might also complain about getting older faces from different franchises back instead of a fresh cast. Iran is finally represented on the show, although Mahdi will have to tell his father-in-law it's a hijab and not jihad. The franchise has always managed to find gems that get viewers hooked and hasn't disappointed this time either. 90-Day Fiancé's Sarper accused of attacking SHEKINA after move to Turkey. The latest episode of 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way, has fans buzzing after SHEKINA Garner accused her beau, Sarper Güven, of an outrageous on-camera faux pas, ripping out her hair extensions during a heated argument. This isn't just another reality TV spat, it's a full-blown soap opera. In the drama-filled episode aired on August 26, the tension between 42-year-old SHEKINA and 44-year-old Sarper reached a boiling point. The couple clashed over SHEKINA's anxiety about her family's potential disapproval of Sarper. SHEKINA said her family doesn't like Sarper. The fight kicked off when SHEKINA revealed she'd applied for her K-1 visa, a crucial step toward her eventual move to the US. Sarper expressed his wish to spend time in America once the visa was granted, but SHEKINA confessed her family wasn't exactly thrilled about their relationship. In fact, her mother and sisters have been giving her the cold shoulder. Things only escalated when SHEKINA and Sarper returned to his place. While SHEKINA claimed her tears were due to the family feud, Sarper hinted that her unhappiness was also fueled by his inability to shower her with the opulent lifestyle she's used to. Sarper defended pulling out SHEKINA's extensions. The real kicker? As SHEKINA sobbed, she accused Sarper of ripping out her hair extensions in a physical altercation that wasn't captured on camera. Sarper, on the other hand, argued that he was simply trying to take her phone, and one of her extensions accidentally came out in the process. After the altercation, SHEKINA packed her bags and left Sarper's home. In the car, she explained that their argument stemmed from their vanity issues. SHEKINA also mentioned that Sarper had accused her of not making sacrifices for their relationship, despite his own claim of having changed his whole life for her. Wrapping up the drama, SHEKINA revealed that Sarper wanted her to go back to the old SHEKINA who would listen to him without question. Looks like this couple's issues run deeper than a few misplaced extensions. The relationship between SHEKINA and Sarper has been an open book on TLC, showcasing their struggles with trust and financial woes. During the season 6 premiere, Sarper admitted he was broke, a revelation that SHEKINA later confirmed. She disclosed that she never spends her own money while staying with Sarper in Turkey, saving her wallet for a more luxurious lifestyle. Despite feeling a bit guilty about Sarper's financial situation, she's not ready to foot the bill herself. He's a grown man. He can figure it out, SHEKINA declared. SHEKINA also reflected on why she's the one always flying to Turkey instead of having Sarper visit her in the States. she admitted feeling like stepping into a more assertive role by always making the trip, saying it made her feel less feminine and more like the pursuer in their relationship. In summary, SHEKINA and Sarper's love life is anything but dull. From ripped hair extensions to financial drama, their relationship is a roller coaster of high drama and real-life struggles.